now that I've got things rolling, I can probably talk some and explain what Run for the Unicorns actually is and what it means and what we're trying to grow into. Who here knows what a unicorn is? Yay, okay. Not that unicorn. So unicorn is a startup company that has broke $1 billion in value. Last I saw, there was 400 and something of them. So that's what a unicorn is. The Kentucky Derby is Run for the Roses. Everybody wants to run with the unicorns, so we'll run for the unicorns. Now, I have gone to every derby, every official derby that there was fans in the stand. Have to clarify that a little bit this year. Since I was 10 years old. My grandfather, Red Prell, had Prell Electric, and he would throw a huge derby party. And my Aunt Pat worked for NASA, and she'd fly around the world inviting everybody back to her derby party every year. So I was a 7-year-old kid playing hide and go seek in a 2-acre field full of cars while they were setting up for the party out back. That's my memories of derby. And my aunt actually convinced my mom when I was 10 years old to be her escort to the derby because she was in a wheelchair. So I push her into the first floor box in my little powdered blue suit. And she hands me a $50 bill. I says, "What do you want me to bet on?" She goes, "No, I just don't want to see you until after the 10th race." So my uncle's got to teach me the proper way to drink a mint julep. There is a proper way, and we will have mint julep lessons at lunch, as long as the bartenders arrive. I'm pretty sure they will. If not, we'll have mint julep lessons tomorrow during the Bourbon Trail. So the actual reason I started this and what's near and dear to my heart is Kentucky wants to be a world-class technology hub. And I've been programming and creating technology that people have used around the world since I was 12. And I've heard that exact same pitch since I was 12. And we haven't really gotten closer. We had a couple where it was almost there, but we haven't really gotten closer. So I decided to model South by Southwest down in Austin. Now in 2015, Austin unseated Silicon Valley as the #1 spot for startups. That was previously unheard of. Silicon Valley is the icon of startups, but Austin unseated them. How'd they do that? That's incredible. Well, they used this, what I will call a little podunk music festival when it started out almost 40 years ago. There was 80 people that showed up to this podunk music festival down there. A few years later, they added a film festival. A few years later than that, they added this newfangled technology piece to it, brought in the computer stuff. And it grew slowly over the years, but around 2008, 2009, the city got involved and started bringing in ambassadors that would basically find all the technology companies coming, make them feel welcome, introduce them to all the investors around town, and lo and behold, people started moving there because they could get investment there. Okay? So I started looking into what it meant to city impact to Austin versus what it means to city impact Louisville, because Derby time, there's 14 people come to town with a combined net worth of like $68 billion. Actually, with Bitcoin nowadays, it's probably $120 billion. And these guys do invest in things, so we need to get them to invest in technology startups in and around Louisville. So Austin brings in 200,000 people, and they get a $315 million city impact with 200,000 people. That's pretty awesome. What does Louisville do? Well, we get a $128 million city impact with 1.2 million people. So Austin didn't just, 3Xing us. We get $106 per person city impact. They get $1,575. what's the difference? Why? It's because they bring in all the technology companies that fight for the attention of the attendees. And Louisville pretty much, does a lot, tries a lot, but I hate to say it, it's like, hey, go down to the Chow Wagon and have a beer. Little different. So we want to try to get more towards leveraging Derby Week and those 1.2 million people to, bring in the big technology companies and really use it, as what it is. It's a premier world-class event. Let's have it also impact the community positively. So, just to reiterate, $106 per person, $1,575. We ain't doing something. They bring in all the top companies. So, in summary, we're a much larger, more prestigious event. What is it? This year is the 147th, am I correct? Did I skip a year? 147th, yes. And I've been to everyone they've allowed fans to since I was 10. So that was a few years ago. So we have this more prestigious event. We should be able to at least equal what Austin brings in for city impact, if not triple it. So